back to the Evelynn.
Back to the Evelynn, and I gotta say, it just spells to me the same thing that we've seen now for 2 games in a row. It's Fnatic in their comfort zone with a couple of adaptations, but Rogue still going for the same thing. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Rogue don't have a lot of great options. This game, the early game is actually really weird because I don't feel like either team has a ton of playmaking, and Inspired would ideally like to play around some of these lanes, but is probably just going to default to focusing on early objectives for his team. I feel like this is a draft that Fnatic really won. And
to Hilly as well. Again, it's so important for Evelynn to get through those 2 first clears to get to the level 6, and now Ezreal also taking extra added damage.
Rekkles is level 2. Larssen basically going to catch out Vander. Now Vander does still have the flash. Rekkles still has his only heal in case anything goes any further. Like, this is a diabolically bad start for Rogue.
Oh, and now Selfmade is making his way bot as well. Remember,
but wait, there's
lots
more.
Of flashes, but only level 1.
And Summer only level 1.
The minion.
Allure goes down. Last Embrace going to land as well, and Rekkles continues to force Rogue out of lane. Hans Summer and Vander have burnt their flashes. Hans Summer's going to use the TP to get back into lane. But right now, Fnatic are just smacking Rogue around.
So,
teleports.
Oh, Inspired's here as well, but Inspired doesn't have flash. Oh, Hylissang flashes, hooks the wall. The last Embrace doesn't land. Inspired will have the Haymaker here, but Selfmade's going to put some damage down. The Haymaker could do a lot of work here. And Rogue, Vander trying to get away. Hylissang on the front line. Inspired falls. Hylissang goes down as well, but now Selfmade with the doubles. It's healed up by the piercing shadow, and Summer will get the kill. Rekkles will answer. A double to the Senna. Fnatic find 3 kills in the bottom lane.
And everything is going right for Fnatic. Everything is going wrong for Rogue. And
Inspired into the alcove or into these brushes, and they're just now looking for the wave to slowly push back to them and Vander to connect with the Winter's Bite.
Observers, can we just do a vision toggle as Inspired tries to get into this bush? I just want to watch to see if he can sneak through. Vander's going to step forward. The Hex Flash coming out from Inspired as well. Going to use that Nimbus Cloak to try and get in, but the Curse of the Black Mist is going to keep him safe. And now in the top lane, Bwipo is 6. Bwipo is 6. They're trading back in the bottom lane. Inspired has been ignited, but Finn really has nowhere to go. Does have the flash. The chase is on. Bwipo with the decimating smash will take his man down in the top lane.
And Finn has been so exposed this series. Not just weak side top laner, weak series top laner right now. Bwipo is abusing this boy up here, and it is time and time again that he's finding these
clear underdogs in this matchup, but now we're showing why they are so feared when it comes to playoff performances.
Selfmade is in mid lane,
and Larssen almost goes down. Selfmade can't quite get the damage down onto Larssen. Did still have the last caress, but Larssen with the Emperor team do something, please? Well, right now, Finn can't, and the bot lane can't.
Why that play was actually really important is because now it guarantees numbers advantage here on the Rift Herald. Fnatic have swapped their bot lane up towards top side. The flash in from Hilly.
Looks for the hook here. Inspired has to flash away, and Fnatic like, okay, that's all we really needed. Makes it a very easy Rift Herald for us to take. We already have the first dragon. We already have a 2,000 gold lead. We have a Manamune stacking up on Rekkles. We have the tier stacking up on Nemesis, and Fnatic have a very easy way to develop this game and to take any chances away from Rogue.
Yeah, and reminder that both these compositions have scaling, so it's not like there was pressure on Fnatic to get control over the early game and find a snowball. Just a nice little gift-wrapped package from Rogue for them as they threaten the dive onto Finn and then just deny all of this CS away from this Gangplank. This poor guy is starved out. Sapphire Crystal and Coal on Gangplank. That's embarrassing.
It's going to come down. Everything basically misses. Rekkles here underneath the tower. Bwipo's going to fall, and yeah, that's just bad from Fnatic. Let's be honest. They give up 2 kills.
The way that they wanted it. That didn't pan out at all.
I love the way Bwipo charges in and just looks to his. This is why you look left and right before crossing the street. Because if Bwipo had looked left, he would have noticed.
Consistent performer, but now it feels like all of Fnatic is playing at their highest level right now, and individually they're looking to pop off. A Selfmade.
So the reason he was so confident doing that was he saw the oranges had just been used by the Gangplank, so he knew he could get that extra damage in. Now with the Rift Herald coming in as well, Fnatic will get the first tower of the game at about the 12-minute mark.
So the reason why they're doing this for the Sion, a Selfmade looks for to be as obnoxious as possible, is so that it opens Bwipo up to roam. His ultimate's going to be back up soon. He can look to reset. He can look to go mid. But now that Sion doesn't have to sit in lane and they can push this wave all the way out, they can look for plays. Larssen going to be forced to disengage, but keep an eye on Selfmade roaming in through the mid lane.
Selfmade's coming up. Hylissang hits the wall with the hook. Has been very on point if he's been aiming.
Inspired's so afraid to clear his own jungle because he's like, I don't know if I'm alone, and you're not.
No, there's always someone hiding. Selfmade unable to burst Inspired through the Haymaker, but forces them out of the jungle.
And meanwhile, while all of this is happening, Rekkles and Nemesis getting free time on this mid lane tower, picking up more plates. Now, I guarantee that Finn is going to try to hold that wave on his side of the lane for as long as physically possible. But while he's doing that, it means that Fnatic will have the numbers advantage elsewhere on the map.
Selfmade with the allure there onto Hansama, looking for the charm. True Shot Barrage is going to come out. Tow it down to just a plate and a half remaining here in the mid lane. Bwipo pushing in of those early objectives.
Fnatic are looking clean right now. They're looking to make this a quick 3-0. And of course, reminder that if Fnatic win here, they will lock a spot at the World Championship. They will guarantee top 3 in the LEC as well, and they will go up against G2.
I don't know, the blue side bans didn't seem to mean that much for Rogue, whereas against Odoamne, Orome, and Wonders, like the other top laners left, like you don't just get to abuse as hard as you want.
Nemesis has to flash away here in the top lane as Larssen slides in. Finn with the TP is going to join the fray. The Emperor's Divide comes out and Selfmade is having none of this.
Ooh.
Almost gets to go. Larssen just dodges out from the Dawning Shadow. Rogue get their 5th kill of the game.
The hope still alive there for Rogue, and Larssen doesn't pick up the kill, but oh no.
Is he gonna do it?
Done.
Like, he's at a level disadvantage. He does have Runic Echoes and a needlessly large rod. He tries to get the damage down.
Forces the flash.
Flash from Finn.
You don't blame him, right?
I think Finn
Series that even if you lose here, you will get another shot, and likewise, you're in a position to 3-0, and your team is no longer just running it down and inting when they don't need to.
Yeah, it definitely helps when they're not face planting into every available as much CS onto Larssen as possible. But while they do that, Fnatic have accrued, that's the word I was looking for, a 3,500 gold lead, their 2nd Rift Herald of the game, and there's a minute before the Ocean Dragon comes up. Hylissang goes a little bit too deep here, has to flash away. Piercing Shadow will heal him up. The Facebreaker coming out from Inspired, but he might go down as the Haymaker is not enough to survive through the last caress of Evelynn.
Just trying to force way too hard there, especially without needed information. The thing is that Rogue's lanes have collapsed, and when their lanes collapse, they lost the early game so hard that it doesn't matter how powerful Larssen gets on this Azir. The game's over before he gets to do anything.
So I feel a little sorry for Bwipo here, because he was coming in for a mighty flank. The rest of his team was just like, hey, Bwipo, vision control in the blue side jungle. It's very vital for us right now.
Yeah, man. You just can't get the top laners this day and age, honestly. Honestly. 18 minutes.
Look, I'm just going to say, this Selfmade guy's pretty good. Probably should have been
Not all pro.
Remember, it is based on regular season.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. True Shot Barrage comes out here. The smite connects as Selfmade secures the dragon. Larssen was able to take it in the top lane. And it is good to see Fnatic back on form. You know, again, it's good to see G2 up there as well. But I will say I'm a little disappointed so far across the course of playoffs in Mad Lions, in Rogue. I was hoping this would be the split where we really saw them start to challenge. The TP comes in the mid lane, and Rogue are looking to do exactly that. Hylissang once again has stepped a little bit too deep. He's down. Bwipo comes in with the TP as well, and he's immediately shuffled back. They're left alone by the rest of his team. And Bwipo and Hylissang have tossed a coin, and it came up tails.
I was going to say, that's the Fnatic I remember.
I was going to say, I mean, like, it wouldn't be Fnatic if we didn't have a bit of Hilly and Bwipo, running it down. I will say that I think the Rogue are punishing them well, and we've been talking about this game. The only way I see Rogue really being able to reclaim control is if Fnatic makes mistakes, and right now, Bwipo and Hylissang keep getting caught out.
Now, the Dragon Soul is going to be available for Fnatic.
Bursting him, stop the damage coming out from Nemesis, but it's so easy to proc the Banshee's Veil because you have living artillery. Like, you have this ability just to hit him with one long range.
Bye, Hansama. Bye, Hansama.
I blinked. I blinked and I missed it.
Hexdrink is like, I'm sorry, what? You know that meme? You know the guy that he's kind of looking and he does the blink thing? That was Hexdrinker right there. It was just...
Hansama is the dog in the middle of the flaming room. This is fine.
Oh my word, wow.
It's like, I used E, Hexdrinker, and Flash, and I still died.
Yeah.
Should have taken Cleanse.
Every AD carry in solo queue right now is like, all right, I've got a new ban on my list. It's like...
Oh, Fnatic. Beautiful stuff once again.
I was a bit of a doubter. I expected Rogue to come in strong, and right now Fnatic are turning up. TP flank comes in from Nemesis.
It's the dog versus the bird, and currently the bird is winning. It's the Emperor's Divide will stop Bwipo in his tracks as well. And Larssen did have to burn for Senna. They have a lot of damage.
Absolutely what they're doing, but the same problem still exists. Rogue needs to blind face check.
True-shot barrage going to come out. We'll catch Rekkles and Nemesis, but that Baron is already down. And you can see Rogue don't even know how low it is, nor do I. 8,000 HP left on it. As Fnatic now might just disengage. They can look for the unstoppable onslaught. Bwipo can charge his way into the fight, but Rogue have just been able to disengage it. What did Fnatic get out of that? Well, they got the True-shot barrage, not too much more. Bwipo now stepping forward. The pain train finds its home, hits on Inspired. The showstopper coming up to the back of the line as Rekkles is caught out by himself, but on the front line is Hylissang. Rekkles should be able to take down Inspired. One more auto attack will be enough, and now Bwipo trying to get across the wall. Summer, Finn, and Larssen on the
Watch
chain.
Selfmade, watch Selfmade.
Damage available still for Rogue as Larssen shuffles forward, but we're going to get pushed back. And that's another kill, but here comes Selfmade. Looking for Larssen. Just needs that last caress. Nemesis will take the kill in the end, and Nemesis continues to rain down hell upon Rogue. Summer and Finn have got to do something very special because the Ocean Soul is on the menu for Fnatic. Selfmade still able to get in there, still able to use that passive. You can see it's so hard for Summer and Finn to do anything, but the TP is going to come in from Rogue. It's Braum going to join the fray, but this is an Ocean Soul. And Rogue, you got to do something about it. Summer has TP as well. Good back. The True-shot barrage coming out. Vander, do you have the smite? He's trying to shift over to it. He's just used the heal. The smite will be available. Selfmade won't go down, but it's stolen as Summer secures the Ocean Dragon. Vander takes the kill on Selfmade.
An absolutely hero play there from Rogue. Now they are starting to get cleaned up on the back half.
Yeah, Rekkles turning it back with the last embrace, but now he's
teleport.
Too far forward. Is Inspired, comes in with the smite, and Rekkles goes down. Hylissang's joined the fray now, and Bwipo has the flank position, but Nemesis isn't there, isn't available to help out his teammate. Bwipo's going to try and get away. The Winter's Bite doesn't quite connect as Larssen now stepping forward. Does have the Emperor's Divide if he wants to go any further, and it looks like Rogue will just back away in the end. They got the Ocean Dragon.
He no longer has the same just raw damage outburst. I'm very nervous.
Yeah, I think we all are. As Rekkles steps forward, takes a little bit of a chunk from this big shot. Vander on the front line, showstopper coming back. Rekkles down to half HP. The Dawning Shadow's going to shield him up, but Vander and Healy had the flank here. Inspired forced away. Larssen stepping forward though, and Selfmade isn't going to be able to get into this fight quite yet. Nemesis and Bwipo trying to defend, but Bwipo goes down once again, left alone by his team. He's going to try and get some zombie form damage down, but Fnatic only have 3 members left alive. And as Bwipo falls, Rogue are clawing their way back into this game. Fnatic trying to do a traditional Fnatic thing as they hide in the bush, and Summer taken out by Selfmade, chased down with the whiplash, and now Larssen the next on the menu is the living artillery is going to come down. Finn with the barrels trying to put Nemesis in his place, but for the moment, Rogue will back away, and I don't think Fnatic are going to turn their eyes.
Finn needs to be picture perfect with this Gangplank ultimate to maximize the damage and to dissuade kog'maw and Senna in the back lines, because their range at this point is absurd.
Finn's looking for flank position. Finn's trying to get all the way behind them here as Vander takes down to about half HP. The Leandris is taking the cannon barrage, going to hit onto Rekkles, hit onto Nemesis, and here comes the showstopper as well. Selfmade has to use the ult to try and survive in the pit, and is stolen away once again. Inspired gets it. He pays for it with Finn's life, but Fnatic lose one, lose the dragon for the 2nd time in a row, and Rogue are able to get out.
Ends up being a 1-for-1, and Rogue is still relevant in this game.
They win this game, they win this series, and they win a position in Worlds. Rogue trying to stop them in their tracks, trying to start the reverse sweep happening, but for now, Fnatic have already started up the Baron, 8,000 HP on it. Selfmade was caught out, he was spotted. Summer jumping forward. Could flash the wall, decides against it, hits another Mystic Shot though, and Selfmade is down to 200 HP. If Bwipo realizes, probably don't want to stick on that Baron too much longer, you don't have a smite. Selfmade, oh, he snuck all the way around. Summer, he's behind him, depth charge coming out, but there's the arcane shift across the wall. Selfmade still trying to get in, Dawning Shadow, there's the charm. Selfmade dives into the back line, and quickly 3 players from Rogue are deleted. Last caress from Selfmade alongside the damage from Rekkles will make it 4. And Rogue, they tried as they might, but you cannot stop Fnatic.
And Summer tried to be the hero right there. He went over the wall, he was trying to find Selfmade, thought, do I flash, do I not flash? He waited for the E, and then the nerf really bit him in the ass there. He had to flash back against the wall. Selfmade saw his moment and ripped him apart in the same way that Fnatic have ripped Rogue apart.
Finn's TP was cancelled by Hylissang, and you have to think he's not going to have enough time to get back here. In fact, even stopping his base. Fnatic, you can never count them out. They outlast Rogue, and they book a rematch with G2 next week.
Convincing series from Fnatic, a commanding 3-0 Game 3. Definitely a little bit shaky. Rogue Rogue showcased a lot more in their ability to fight and punish some of the mistakes from Fnatic, but at the end of the day, Fnatic, they were able to outplay, they were able to outscale, and they were able to outdo Rogue, and they will lock their spot at the World Championship.
Death, taxes, Fnatic out Worlds, Fnatic and G2 in a best of 5.
And there's the famous saying, it's the LEC, everyone beats everyone, and in the end, Fnatic at least gets a fight. Not that much anymore.
They haven't gone there yet.
That's true, that's true. They are top 3, definitely. It does mean that Mad will play up against Schalke in our first game of next week, I believe, to see if they can make it to Worlds. But one of those two teams, either Mad or Schalke, will not be going to Worlds this year.
Mad sweating right now.
Yep. Probably panting a lot. That's how cats sweat, right? Through there.
And I do think that Rogue, while disappointing in this series, like, you're also going up against a Fnatic that showcased a lot.